Hello, everyone. I hope you have all observed the gap down on Nifty this morning. Some of you might have wondered, oh my God, what happened to all my shares, my holdings? Okay, but I want to give you an idea of how to handle these situations. So here's a chart of Nifty, and the reason I'm sharing this is because you notice that the all-time high of Nifty was actually reached October 2021, last October, and then we'll see several, and then it went down, tremendously much further down, knocking down, coming through the 20 period moving average and the 60 that we had been watching. And then the 200 period moving average, something new that I've been using. And it seems to have respected that and went back up again, trying to get close to the all time high, but then it got rejected and again broke through the 20 and the 60. And then it tried to come back up. But then the 20 proved to be like a resistance at that level. And at that point, look what happened. It came down and broke through the 60 and broke through the 200, which is not that common. All right. And then it went back up again. Look at that. And so swinging up and down, again broke through that 200 moving average again. And you see what's happening, just a completely sideways move. And then since, this July, okay, so June is when that the swing low of this period was achieved, and then it was uphill from there. See, it broke through the 20, broke through the 60, and finally broke through the 200, which is pretty good. Now, and then somewhere around the 18th, 19th of August, right? It came to another point of resistance, similar to this resistance level here, and then it went back down again. But you will notice that it found support at the 20 period moving average. And then last Friday, this is Monday, and last Friday, there was a huge drop in the US markets last Friday. The Dow and the Nasdaq had gone down very low, and then so today, Monday morning, you'll see that we opened with a huge gap down, but then the Nifty has been attempting a recovery. All right, it hasn't recovered the whole thing, but normally when there is a gap down, there is an attempt to recover. Not always, but there's an attempt to recover, and it seems to do well. Okay, and it's making a move right now. But other times, it may not. But this time, it is pushing its way back up. So something that happened this morning was BHEL, Bharat Heavy Electro. This one is something I had entered a few days ago, somewhere last week or so, because I was noticing that this 20 period moving average is moving up and getting close to and kind of pushing at the 200. So I'm looking to enter right as the 20 is moving above the 200. Now the 20 is already above the 60, and that's good. And this channel pattern that I had drawn, almost looking like a triangle pattern, okay, of a downtrend, it broke through that, okay. And so once it broke through that, that is also another bullish sign. And so what I did was I had entered with half, about one third, and then some more, and then I had entered, by last Friday, I had entered with about half of what I had been intending for BHEL. So this morning, when I saw the gap down, okay, so BHEL would have been here last, see this red candle, last Friday. So this morning I opened and I saw this huge gap down, but I saw a nice bullish move up with a strong candle moving up. So I thought, okay, let's because all the other factors are positive. Because see, the 20 is above the 60, and now the 20 is beginning to cross the 200, and this channel had been already broken. All of these factors are looking good. And so I figured, let me go ahead and enter with the rest of the 50%. And I did that. And so this morning, I'm right now standing at about a profit of about, I don't know, I believe it's between today's entry and the previous one. I'm looking at a profit about 4 to 6,000 rupees, depending on the move. See, if I had sold right at the top, see this wick, then that would have been But then I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to just make an impulsive sell because you never know what's going to happen. I didn't want to make an impulsive sell. But then my stop loss is still here. Okay, I could move the stop loss to this level now. Okay, I could do that, but for right now, it is still here, a safety net well below my entry. So I don't know. Let's see if it makes this move up. I could sell out again. But I have you know, my target at around 63 right now. That's what my target is. But either way, I will see what happens by this 31st. I may go ahead and sell two or three that are already in the profit range. So this month so far, I'm actually looking at, I've sold about 18 to 20,000 rupees worth, or 18, 19,000 rupees worth already. But at the same time, I've incurred a loss of about 20, 21,000 because of a stock called Kitex that I had entered, and it had gone down very low. But then I figured, you know what, I'm not going to allow it to go any further. So I put a stop loss way down there at a swing low, and then last week it hit that stop loss, and I've incurred a loss of about 20, 21,000, something like that. So my profit is only at about my what I've sold is about 18,000 rupees of profit, which is still good. But then when I look at the whole month, it will still be about minus 2,000, something like that. So if I am able to, by the 31st, sell off something like this, this and something else, anything else that is doing well, then I could be in the green for the month. So I may end up with maybe 1 or 2,000 rupees profit for the month. I hope you understand that. Okay. So otherwise, if it wasn't for that Kitex, I would have made, probably about 25 to 28,000 this month. All right. Now, why did I go ahead and, do that with the Kitex and just go ahead and, put myself at risk to take that loss? Because my capital in Kitex has been stuck there for so long. I thought, let me go ahead and take this chance. And if I get stopped out, then I get stopped out. That's all there is to it. I just want to get out of it and use those funds for other purposes. Now, I didn't know that it was going to happen toward the end of the month. I had not expected that. All right. But anyway, so if you have questions about that and what I'm talking about, if you don't understand what I'm talking about regarding Kitex and regarding the loss and the profits, let me know in the comments below, and I can give further explanations. Okay. So BHEL is one of my holdings there. And then another one, Hindustan Copper, is also something that I've entered very recently. And so why did I enter this? Okay, remember, we always need a reason for entry. Okay, my reason for entry on this is similar to BHEL. The 20 is above the 60, all right, and the stock price is above the 20, and the 20 is about to cross the 200 with things looking quite bullish. Now, if this support, this resistance level is breached, that's something I could enter with more capital there. Okay, let me go back to Hindustan Copper. All right. So I look at the move down. Look at this. It's been negative for quite a long time. See, it's been negative. It's been going down, down, down. So when I saw a positive move like this, the 20 crossing the 60, and with the price above the 20 and about to cross the 200, those are all good positive signs that I saw. And you will see that this level here, you see this level here? There's been numerous support at this price range, okay? And that support had become a resistance right here, but then here it broke through that level, look at that, and it's moving up. So my stop is right there. I am expecting this level to be respected as a support and not to go down again. Now, do I have a guarantee? No, there is no guarantee. There's not a 100% guarantee, but I would say about 70% chance that it will stay above this, okay? Especially because it came through a long period of negativity, and it may stay above that. I would say maybe about 70% chance. Let's see, okay? And so Hindalco, Hindustan Copper, sorry, that's one that I had entered. JSW Steel is something where I had made some profits already on this move up, and then I had sold and I re-entered, okay? And I've re-entered, and again, the 20 is above the 60. The stock price is above the 20, and the 20 has crossed the 200. So I'm, I'm quite bullish on this. Look at the move there, and but then I think that this was just a retest of this 200. Look at that. And so I'm hoping that this will continue to move up. And if it does, once it crosses this resistance level here, this dash dotted line here, dash line, once it crosses that, I will look to enter with more capital. Kotak Bank is something that I'm stuck on right here. Look at this. My entry was way up there. This is one that last October, November, I got stuck. I'm still watching it and observing it. Now, this is what I did with Kitex, by the way. I put a stop loss right there. See that? So I'm hoping that this will not be breached and it won't come down, because I'm noticing this would be this as a multiple levels of support right there. So now that it has crossed above that, and the 20 is above the 60, and the price had been above the 20, and now the 20 has crossed the 200. All of these, this yellow right here is my 200, and all of that is looking good to me. So, and this resistance level, it crossed it twice, 3, 4 times already, but still it came down. All right, now it may have been today's gap down may have caused this red candle right there. So what am I looking for? I'm looking for this to continue and to cross this level here. All right, this blue line, I've written it there, add funds after crossing this level, okay? Because I feel that once that level is crossed, that seems to be quite a big resistance. Look at that resistance there, and it was respected numerous times. So if that resistance can be crossed right there, hopefully this week somewhere, then I will re-enter. Not re-enter, I'm already in it, but I will enter with more capital. And then I will look to go above this entry level. And I've been holding it for quite a long time. It's going to be close to 1 year. I've not held anything that long yet. REC Limited, look at it. Look at this. Okay, this is another one that I'm holding on to. That my entry is way up there and I'm way down here, but things are looking positive right now. Look at that. The 20 is above the 60. The price is above the 200, and the 20 has crossed the 200 level, and it's looking good. All right. So I'm just waiting for this to continue moving up. I don't know if I will enter with more funds. I'm not sure yet. Let's see. I will observe. But once it gets closer to my entry point and I have good bullish signs, then I may enter with more capital. Let's see what happens. All right. IOC is another one that is way down there, and I'm just observing and watching. Look at my entry for IOC. Okay. Manappuram Finance is another one that's way down there for me. And I'm just kind of, keeping it there and watching it carefully. All right, just for the sake of observation. Okay, and I had lost the electricity just a minute ago. I hope that this video restarts back and properly. And I think the I think the internet is also back. So I'm going to continue, hoping that everything looks good. Zomato was another one that had a huge drop for me, and then I'm looking, watching it carefully, because look at this: the 20 is about to cross the 60. Will it happen? Okay, then I'm going to wait for the 20 to cross the 200. Then I'm going to say, all right, here is a nice bullish trend on Zomato. All right, we'll see what happens with Zomato, and that's where I stand. That's it. And India Cements is one that I'm looking at. I have not entered, and I'm just observing it because the 20 has crossed the 60, and the price is above the 200. Above the 20 and looking bullish, and the 20 has crossed the 200. Look at that, and I'm waiting for this support resistance, this resistance level to be crossed. Okay. All right, Bitcoin, I'm just kind of looking at it and observing it, and I did enter with a little bit, but I'm not really counting on it so much. M&M, Mahindra and Mahindra, is another one that I'm observing, but I'm not sure. Let's see. If everything's looking good in the sense that the 200, the 60, the 20, the price, look at that, and a nice channel pattern. So what does this mean? Well, I'm just going to keep looking at it, and if it crosses the support level here, what I could do is I could enter and get about 5-6% profit up to the all-time high. That's a possibility. And then I would see if it crosses above the all-time high, that may be another place where I would be entering. ITC is another one that had been really looking good. My channel pattern has been respected, doing well, and look at this. I'm looking to cross this resistance, and once this resistance is crossed, that may be a place where I could enter and look for about 15% gain right there. All right, that's another one that's looking nice. Power Grid Corporation. All right, I had been observing this. These are all stocks, by the way, that I had already made some money on, but I exited and took some profits. And but I really didn't have to, but you could. All right, and here's another swing up right there that I'm looking forward to. And so, what does this mean? Well, the channel pattern looks good. The 200, the 20 is above the 200, and the 60. That's also looking good. But then I noticed that there's been a resistance somewhere about this level here. You see that? So that resistance is there. I'm observing that resistance, and once it crosses that resistance, I could enter there and look for a gain of about 7% up to the all-time high. Right now, there you have to see what will happen. Okay. Will this all-time high act as a resistance level, and will it get pushed down again? Or will this channel pattern be respected? All right, we'll see what happens. And so this is another one that I'm looking at. Great Eastern Shipping is another one that I made some money on, and now I sold. I took the profits already, but I'm watching and seeing if this resistance is crossed. If that resistance is crossed, looking at about 9 to 10% profit up to the all-time high. And if it crosses the all-time high, look at this: the 200, the 60, the 20, and the stock price above all of that. To me, they're all good bullish signs. So looking good. I'm waiting for this resistance to be crossed, make a few percentage right there. Once the all-time high is crossed and tested, and that's another place where you could re-enter. ICICI Bank is something else that I'm observing that looks good. All right, but I'm just observing to make sure that this resistance is level there. So I'm just watching it. That's all. Muthoot Finance, not so good. Bank of Baroda is another one that I made some profits on, and I'm just observing and watching what happens, because this channel pattern had been respected so well. Look at that. So I got out at the top. See, I had gotten in somewhere around here, halfway. I got out at the top. I took the profits, and now I'm observing to see what happens. Look at this. The stock price broke down below the 20, the 60, and the 200. So I want to see, will that happen again? Okay, if that happens again, I'll keep watching it as it goes down, and then I will see to observe if this channel pattern is respected. If that channel pattern is respected like this and it starts to move up again, that's another point I would look to enter. And if that happens, look at that, all the way up to the top of the channel, that's 34%. So that's something that's looking good. So anyway, NTPC is another one that I'm observing this channel pattern. Okay, these are several good ones. ACC Limited, that's another one that you may want to look at. VBL looks good. BEL is also looking nice and bullish. Okay, so these are the ones that I'm sharing with you. Uh, Please don't buy any of these because they're on my list. Don't buy any of these just because I bought them. Okay, but take these stocks and open up your trading view charts. If you don't have trading view, I have a link below you can use to open an account, and then you can draw these lines. You can learn how to do them, and then, by the way, below this, in the below this video, you will see a link to a file that I have uploaded on training to train, learn to trade, it is called. You can take a look at that link. I update that almost weekly, and definitely monthly. I update that file, and it's a good learning file. You can learn about a lot of these, and a lot of these different things that I'm talking about, like these moving averages, the channel patterns, the triangle patterns, all of these things. I've given links in there for teaching how to do that and how to evaluate these things. And I hope you make good use of it. And so don't buy any of these, but take a look at them. And uh, if your analysis convinces you, then only you buy that. Okay, if you need further help, please leave a comment below. Share this with others. By the way, the YouTube channel Trading Today is just above or about 90 subscribers. Once I cross 100, I might be able to get the name Trading Today. So if you could help me to spread the word, and maybe a few others could subscribe, then once it crosses 100, then I will try to see if I could get that name. All right, help me out if you can. Have a good day. God bless you. And let me know if you have any doubts and questions.